What's up, guys? East versus West 14 is today, and I figured I would give you a run through of my predictions really quick, so I'm just going to get right into it. Also, I am driving, as you can see, and I do not have a pen or a pencil with me, so I did not write these matches down. I just tried memorizing them within the last 20-30 minutes, so hopefully I can remember them all. So here we go, I'll give it a shot. First match is Coach Ray and Ryan Ballinger. I think Coach Ray will probably win it, but I think it depends on if he's been taking it seriously. If he's more of an athlete than he is a promoter, then I'm going to pick Coach Ray, but due to mainly experience, we don't know a lot about Ryan Ballinger. This is his first time competing internationally. I haven't seen him do any super matches, so for experience reasons, I'm going to pick Coach Ray. Match number 2, Merrick Perdines, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and Jonathan Breda, left-handed. I don't really know a lot about Merrick, and I know Jonathan has been training consistently. He looks huge and massive. I've pulled him left-handed in the past, and I do believe he is probably the best in North America in his weight class, and I think he's only getting stronger. So I'm going to go with Jonathan Breda, 3-0. Match number 3 is Alexandra Ozerova versus Elizabeth Ray-Mosick. This is a women's match, right-handed, I believe. I'm picking Elizabeth just because I see her at pretty much like every tournament lately. It seems like she's constantly winning. I think she's number 1 ranked right now in America, so it says a lot. And she's kind of looking like the Russian from Rocky 4, and I don't think Alexandra really looks like Rocky, so I'm going to pick Elizabeth on this one. Match number 4, very highly anticipated match, Hunter Novs versus Doug Ehrlich. Hunter seems to be the up-and-comer, and Doug's the old bull, been around for a long time, always one of the top guys. A lot of people don't know of him.
In 2 miles, keep left onto State Route 14.
But Doug is definitely a beast. I've seen him arm wrestle, I think he's weighed over 220 pounds at one point in his career, but he's definitely a lightweight now. I haven't seen a whole lot of Doug recently. I know Hunter's definitely coming up to the top right now. I think I'm gonna go with Hunter in this one. No offense, Doug. I just think I think Hunter's gonna take over the torch now. So I'm gonna pick Hunter. Next match is let's see. Yeah, I just memorized these, and now I'm trying to make a video. Corey West versus Travis Bajan. I think Travis should have to get through me left-handed before he goes back to East versus West. 3-0, Corey West. Next match. Alright, I'm going to have to go look at these again. I can't remember. I'll restart the video. Alright, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to go refresh my memory really quick. The next matchup is Vrez Zadrakian versus Paul Talbot. I have a lot of personal interest in this match. I know Paul Talbot pretty well as an arm wrestler, and I've arm wrestled him many times. He's obviously been ranked number 1 in North America for a long time. He crushing competition in the WAL days and seemingly invincible. And then there is Vrez Zadrakian, who you can say the exact same thing about. I believe he has WAF world titles. I'm not sure. I know he's definitely placed top 3 multiple times. He's definitely a world-class athlete, destroying everybody in North America. He was even close to the number 1 ranked left hand in the overalls in North America at one point, which is incredible for his size. And the interesting thing about this match is these 2 guys have never pulled each other. So this is something people have been begging Engen to see for quite some time, and it's finally coming to fruition. So my opinion on the match, stylistically, we see Vrez oftentimes getting into a kind of an ugly position, like kind of a hook with his hand not in such a great spot where most people would just not be able to hang on to, but he seems to be very powerful there, and he, like, nobody can pin him. And then on the other hand, you got Paul Talbot, who is very strong. Like, if he gets anybody in that position, it's game over. Like, count your blessings. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this match goes. I think it's definitely going to get into that position for sure, where it looks like Vrez can't hang on, but we know what he's capable of. I think Paul is unique. I think he's got way more power than most guys in that class. It could go either way. I'm gonna go with Paul, and this is non-biased. These are my non-biased opinions. I think I'm gonna pick Paul 3. It could be, I don't know, 3-1, 3-2. We'll go with that. Next match, Lars Verbakken versus Matt Mask. I think I'm going to pick Matt. I think he's going to end up with hand control. I don't think Lars can top roll Matt, and I don't think he's got enough flop wrist strength to finish Matt, but I could be wrong. I don't think he's on a Jerry Caderet level, though. So I'm going to go with Matt on this one. Next match, I believe, is Giannis Emelins versus Justin Bishop. This is another interesting one. We've seen these two match up several times in the past. I know the first time they ever pulled, Justin Bishop beat him in the first round. And then Giannis came back and beat Justin twice in the finals. So, and ever since then, Giannis has had the upper hand. But the interesting thing, again, is Giannis is the older athlete and Justin is younger. So, I mean, obviously he has more to gain. Has he trained hard enough, and has he had enough time? That is the question that will be answered today. My opinion, it's really tough. It's really 50-50 in my opinion, but if I have to pick someone, I believe Justin has the strength and the technique to beat Giannis, but I think Giannis is smarter. Man, it's really a toss-up though. I'm gonna go with Justin this time. I don't know. I've been changing my mind all day long. I was gonna pick Giannis before I made this video, but I'm gonna go with Justin this time. Next match. Shit. I gotta go look again. Be right back. Alright guys, my internet is very slow right now, so I can't look up the list of the matches, but I thought about it. I believe the next match is Frank Lamparelli versus Dave Chafee. We've seen so many matches from Dave. He used to be very dominant. He seems to have gone through some injuries and a couple tough losses, a couple upsets, but every once in a while he still surprises us and shows us the guy he really is. Frank, just coming off a loss to Michael Todd. It was a close match. Before that, I think he beat Matt Mask. The old Dave, I would definitely pick Dave Chafee all day. I still think Dave's got enough today to beat Frank, so I'm gonna pick Dave on this one. And then after that, we got Mindaugas Terasaitis versus Artem Taranenko. Interesting match. I think I give Artem the edge in power, and I give Mindaugas the edge in technique and experience. I oftentimes see Artem winning matches without his hand, and he's very powerful indeed. But I think if Mindaugas gets him to that position, especially in this super match format, he's going to end up wearing him down and coming out with the victory. And I think that's probably what's going to happen. Maybe not in round one, but I think eventually Mindaugas will take Artem's hand, and he's going to secure the victory from there. So I'm going to pick Mindaugas for this one. Let's see. Next match is it Tom and Craig? I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I was right. The next match is Tom Holland versus Craig Tullier. For me, I believe Craig Tullier should be able to win this one relatively quick and easy. Not taking anything away from Tom. I think Craig's just too much power. He might be a little bit bigger than Tom. I'm not really sure. But I think though, and Tom goes right to where Craig's power is. So I think Craig's just going to go right through him. So 3-0 Craig on that match. Next match is Kamil Jablonski versus Michael Todd. We've seen Michael Todd versus Jerry Cadorette before, and we all know how that went. That was like a 20-minute match or something like that. Michael ended up winning. Kamil has the exact same style as Jerry Cadorette. Is he as strong as Jerry? I don't know. It has yet to be proven, so I'm going to go with Michael. It all depends on how good a shape he is in, but I think he knows exactly what he's up against, and he's prepared for it. So I'm going to go with Michael on this one. And the next match after that is Paul Lynn versus Rustam Babayev. I have a lot of personal interest in this match, obviously, because I train with Paul Lynn quite frequently. He's a little over 4-hour drive from me, but definitely worth it when you get to train with some of the best guys in your nation. So, I mean, it'd be stupid not to go train with Paul. As far as this matchup goes, him and Rustam have pulled. The results, well, Rustam ended up getting an injury in that match, so unfortunately, the match was over on injury. Not the way anybody wants to win. But Paul tried top rolling him the first couple rounds, and Rustam completely shut him down and finished him quickly in a hook. And then they went inside in the third round, and that's where the injury happened. But it looked like Paul completely stonewalled him in the center of the table, and Rustam pulled like his pec or something, and the match was over. So we didn't really get to see much. It's hard to tell if it was due to the injury why Paul was able to stop him like that. But we're going to find out today for sure. Now I have to pick who I think is going to win and as non-biased as possible. And I honestly think that Paul can beat Rustam in a hook. He's only getting better. Rustam is the old dog. He's still got it, obviously. But I think Paul's coming up. He's looking like a freaking beast lately. He had the wars with Sasho. He knows his weaknesses. He's working on them. I think this could be one of the matches of the night, honestly. It's definitely going to hook for sure. I think it's going to be a war. It's going to come down to if Paul's endurance is better than Rustam's, but I'm going to go with Paul. I'm going to go with Paul on this one. All right, let's move on to the next one before I get too sentimental over here. I know this. Evgeny Prudnik versus Todd Hutchings. Again, these two have pulled before, and Evgeny got the upper hand over Todd. It seemed quite convincingly, which is hard to fathom because we know how strong Todd Hutchings is, and even in the straps, Evgeny seemed to pull him over pretty easily, and I just don't understand. I can't quite understand how he was able to do that. But then Prudnik lost to Irakli, who Todd Hutchings has beaten, so that proves the theory of styles makes matches. Was the last time they pulled a bit of a fluke? I don't know, but due to the results of last time, I have to go with Prudnik on this match. All right, next match. Who do we got here? I know it. Signs of early Alzheimer's here, guys. I don't know that for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. Cut me a little bit of slack here. All right, we're down to the last two matches. This next one is Leonidas Arconis versus John Brzenk. Leonidas coming from more of, I believe, like a bodybuilding background or something like that. Definitely looks like a bodybuilder. Seems to have natural strength as an arm wrestler, which a lot of bodybuilders do not have. But he looks very, very powerful, strong hand and wrist. He beat Schoolboy at the last East versus West that they were in. It was a good match, but Leonidas's hand strength really showed and proved that he is a legitimate arm wrestler. Now with John Brzenk, I believe he has plenty of experience, obviously, a lot more than Schoolboy has. I'm gonna go with John Brzenk. He's still got enough strength, and he's gonna figure out how to beat Leonidas. I think he already knows. So I'm gonna go with John in this match. All right, and last one is the main event. We have Jerry Cadorette versus Alex Kardeccia. Alex is freaking huge, that's for sure. Stylistically, I'm gonna give Jerry the edge. I think Alex likes to top roll a lot. I don't think it's the way to beat Jerry. And I don't know if he can hook him or press through him and control Jerry's pronator or not. It's possible, but I'm gonna go with what I see and what I know, and I believe it's gonna be Jerry. And also, actually, there is one more bonus match that I believe was recently added on. Chance Shaw versus Devin Larratt. This was added because we saw Chance post a video of him beating Devin in practice polling, like over and over and over again. And Chance mentioned that he thinks he could beat Devin, and Devin came back and said he has no chance. So it's basically how that turned out. So now these guys are set to poll. I see Devin practice polling a lot. He probably practice polls more than anybody. And so it's really hard to say what kind of shape he was in against Chance. But I see him lose to people in practices all the time. And then you see him in competition. He's very dominant. And I believe Devin when he says Chance has no chance. So I'm going to go Devin there. If Chance has a shot, maybe he can get a flash pin in round one. But I think it's over from there. Devin's going to take his hand and he's going to bleed him. And he's going to win the rest of the rounds. So we'll go with Devin. All right, guys, that's it for my predictions for East versus West 14. Let me know if you agree with them. Only thing we know for sure is my memory sucks, and I ain't betting any money against anybody in any type of memory game. So, all right, guys, have a good day. Peace.